Well, hello there, guys. Today we're going to be doing a multiplayer game here against Richard Yorke in Close Combat, the Bloody First. We are going to be playing on the Into the Teeth map. I believe it's called Gumtree Road, and it's going to be a difficult situation. We have decided not to use any tanks, but we are allowed to use armored vehicles, armored cars, etc. I've essentially set up a nice ring of fire around the Palmy Oasis area, but my inclination is that Richard is going to try to get up on top of this cliff, and that's my concern. So we have a flak gun here to try and deliver some very heavy fire to that area. I'm also going to turn the Panzerkampfwagen over there to deliver heavy fire, and we've got this SDKFZ that's a mortar, it's actual mortar SDKFZ, which I'm going to keep behind here, and hopefully we'll be able to use that to get up on the hill as well. I think we're going to have to force our way up there, potentially with an assault. There's just no other way up that hill, so I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. And I'll keep one Panzer Grenadier unit here to continue the assault, etc. But I want to bring up the Stosstrup and a few others to really try and grab that hill. I just think that's so important to grab. Let's see if we have any other units back here that we want to use. Let's also take the Panzer Grenadier MG. And I'm going to put this guy right about here. Not the best cover for these guys, but I'm hoping we can make up for that. Alright guys, we're going to get started. Let's get into the battle. Here we go, my friends. We're trying to take that ridge, trying to see if we can grab it from Richard Yorke. It looks like he has accepted the terms and conditions of the battle. I don't actually see his troops yet, though, but I am desperately trying to make it up there, even to the point of potentially moving the Panzerkampfwagen over there as well. So let's push forward. As soon as I can spot him, I can start firing mortars from my mortar SDKFZs here, and I see a lot of units there on the right side. Oh yeah, he's potentially got some armor over there, some M3 tank destroyers. My goodness, alright, those are pretty vicious, and I think we can actually potentially knock them out with a mortar, at least stop him from moving, but I think right now my main focus is going to be his infantry. Let's start firing at those M3 tank destroyers. We'll have something to shoot at, and it looks like he is already returning fire with them. Just wanted to make sure we could get up there on the ridge, but I don't see any of his infantry moving forward, so that's a cause for concern. Alright, let's go over here. We do have one airstrike, I believe. Where's that second SDKFZ? I'm pretty sure we had a second mortar SDKFZ. There it is. Let's go ahead, move up here, and start firing. So we have taken the ridge. That was my main goal, is to take that ridge. But now we've got to try to take out these M3 tank destroyers, and that doesn't seem like it's going to be so easy. Maybe we're just wasting rounds on that thing. Can actually hear our 8.8 flak firing away. And that's one reason I put it in this position. So now we know. Oh, nice shot there. Really nice shot. Just took out our Puma. And we know for sure he's at this building. Now we actually see the infantry moving forward. Go ahead and switch our shots. Start targeting the infantry immediately. I'm going to do the same with this SDKFC back here. Man, those M3s are brutal.
Das Blut! Das Blut!
Still got our sniper, our sharpshooter. Not going to be doing anything with him for now, at least, though. Just going to stay put on top of the hill. I'm not leaving my position. He's got that into the teeth area. We need to try to take the Palmy Oasis here on the left side. We're going to push for it, folks. Let's go for that Palmy Oasis. I'm also going to push forward the Panzer MG unit. Get these guys sort of on the underbelly here. Starting to see a lot of enemy infantry. That's what I'm concerned about. Well, actually, I'm concerned about the M3 tank destroyers. Come on, baby. Good shooting, keep it up. A lot of BAR teams, and you can see he's actually got a nice line of infantry cresting the ridge over there. I absolutely want to start targeting that. That's going to be the main point of attack, I would guess. Maybe not. No, that's going to be it for sure. We want to get a little closer. So I'm going to move the actual SDKFCs closer. I feel like they'll obviously be able to fire a little more accurately. Alright, boys, at this point, we want to start dropping rounds once again. The keeper from here is decent. Oh. Drop it on that BAR team. We've still got a pretty nice ring of fire going on. The sharpshooter, the machine gun teams. We should try to keep this up, but of course we have to avoid the enemy's tank destroyers. So I'm going to push back here. Moving that team forward. Do we have the Panzerjägers? Yes, we do. Let's get the Panzerjägers up here too. But it looks like they are forcing us off this hill, slowly but surely. Bring up the Zugführer unit, the commander unit, to try and give some moral support to our boys here. Richard has splayed himself out all along the edge here with his men. A good strategy to really begin an attack very soon here, I believe. I'm actually going to take this Panzer Grenadier unit and move him over here to further bolster this area. It looks like almost certainly his attack's going to come from there. We're getting some nice shots on the BAR team, but he's got the into the teeth area, which is really what we want. Keep on going, baby. We're going to fire a little bit closer here, but it's absolutely worth it. I'm not going to make a run to that into the teeth area because I'm already holding most of the defensive locations here. So my job is to stay put and make his life hell by just bombarding his men as much as I can. The Ostwind flak still firing? I don't think so. I think the crew of the Ostwind flak has been taken out. So essentially they're just providing supporting fire at this point. What about our MG team? They should be able to see the BAR team perfectly. Make sure that they're targeting them. Nice! That's the kind of hit I need. Perfect. And now we see there are 2 units there. 2 allied units in that actual area. I wonder, do we want to be cocky and try and push for this area and take it from them? I don't think that's going to be a good decision. What we'll try to do is just try and cause a lot more damage on the enemy side. If we could get this AT rifle up, I wonder if we could get a hit on the tank destroyers. I'm going to go ahead and sneak with the AT rifle up here. I don't know if it's going to work. We're going to try nonetheless. I think the distance is too great. Keep up the fire, keep up the fire. At some point, we should also bring in the SDKFC, but I'm just afraid that his tank destroyers will just blow it to bits pretty quickly. Oh yeah. He's got some decent cover behind the building there, of course. No, our boys are definitely going to pull back from that location. We are continuing to hit his location with as much fire as possible. That distance is way too far. And also, I think the ridge right there is covering our shot. We need to get even closer with this poor unit. Again, our job remains the same. Hold this position under any circumstances. There's another hit we got. Not too bad, not too bad. Our sharpshoots might be the only one getting hits at this point. How is that team doing, man? That team is really, truly sneaking. You might imagine I have more men up here on the ridge than I actually do, which is why he's kind of holding off a little bit. He's starting to move up there with the platoon HQ. It'd be a perfect time to get an SDKFC down there on the actual road itself. But it looks like it's already firing, so that SDKFC is throwing machine gun fire down at the platoon HQ. Just not as much as we'd like. So he's still not close, man. He's got to be right out there. And again, the distance, over 300 meters. I don't see him getting it, boys. Definitely want to fire at the platoon HQ team. And I'm going to push the Zugführer up here as well. This area actually seems to be the one that's least damaged, but look at that. He's moving forward with his tanks. This is where the Tiger is definitely moving forward. In this case, he is the Tiger, the Predator. But it looks like he might be pushing first with the infantry to see if he can break me with that first. All right, we just got to keep on popping mortars. Keep on popping those mortars. It's the least we can do. Come on, keep sneaking, keep sneaking. I hope he hasn't spotted our actual anti-tank team. Don't think so, but I can't say for sure. Alright, first enemy infantry infantry team moving forward here. We're going to have the Zugführers over there, and we're also going to move this Panzerjäger team over here. And actually, we can put them in ambush mode, so we know where they're approaching from. Come on, baby. That AT rifle is getting closer to the edge, but I just still can't get a target on the enemy vehicle. Just so close. I'm almost tempted just to get up and start running, but we've made it this far. Let's hold our position. All right, here we go. It looks like the enemy rifle team is definitely attacking at this point. Come on, boys, hold your lines. Do not let the enemy pass us. That's it. That's it. We gotta go for this now. We're going for it, guys. We're going for it. We're gonna try to get... No! Oh, wait. He's gonna take the shot. He's gonna take the shot. ET rifle is gonna take the shot, for sure. Looks like we're stopping the rifle team, too. He is trying to break over the barrier. Come on, man. AT rifle is getting shots, but I don't know if this distance is gonna be close enough. We're going to go for them M3 tank destroyers, even with our mortars here. So I think we absolutely have to. It's a question of survival. We keep popping mortars over here, too, towards the VAR team. But so far, our boys here on the right are holding on just barely. Just barely. There we go. Guess what we got, boys? We've got our airstrike. It's time to bring it in. I wish we could go for both M3 tank destroyers, but we can only go for one. It's going to be this one right here. Wish us luck, because if he moves that thing at any point here, we are not going to be able to destroy it, and we really need it. We really need this kill for our morale. Come on. Luftwaffe, we need you to help us here. Oh, yes! Oh, double hit on both M3s. I don't know if we killed them, though. We definitely damaged them, for sure. We tracked one, damaged or wounded 3 people inside. The other one is completely destroyed. Wow, guys, what a lucky hit. We've got another airstrike. 2 airstrikes for the price of 1. And this one I'm dropping right on top of the house here. This is where Richard has put all of his units, so I'm actually not going to be attacking that vehicle. I'm going to pretty much ignore the vehicle and hope that the Luftwaffe can come in here and completely eliminate him over here in the Into the Teeth area. He's absolutely set up a really nice defense here. Let's just hope that the bombs on this thing are good enough to get through. Oh boy. Grab our Panzer Grenadiers. We're going to have to respond. Here we go. Oh, he is leaving the area. My goodness, right as he was leaving the area, our bomb coming in right on top of the men. But we need to keep on moving. It looks like he knocked out the SDKFC. I did not see that. Let's hope that our machine gun team can stop him before he takes that area. The Palmy Oasis. Oh, boy. That was a hell of an attack right there. We're definitely going to have to discuss this battle afterwards, and we will have a post-battle discussion. But that's pretty amazing. Don't like that he's taken the Palmy Oasis, but I'm not sure if this SDKFC, I don't think it even has a machine gun installed. So we're not going to do much with the poor thing. Pretty much once it's out of mortars, it's useless. It's definitely one of the negative aspects of having that particular vehicle. Man, that was beautiful. What a beautiful little fight there. Getting a lot of enemy casualties there, but of course our actual morale is very low. It looks like his BAR team might be retreating, which gives us an opportunity to try to retake that area. But that's going to be it. That will be the battle, guys. Let's head to the debrief here and take a look. It's a stalemate, so it's actually a very nice little ceasefire between me and Richard. Well, not a ceasefire, but pretty much both of our men were sick of fighting. I'm going to see here if any of our men actually got any medals during that fight. I don't actually see any medals here, but nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and drop a comment down below. Now we're going to have a little post-battle discussion. All right, Richard, so what did you think, man? Interesting fight, huh?
That was fantastic. You know what, that Stuka...
Oh yeah, I was saving it, and the thing is, I got so lucky because the Stuka hit one of your M3s, but it also, your second M3 at the same time got hit by one of my mortars. So I just got unbelievably lucky, and at that point I'm like, well, I've got a second attack, and I saw all those men at the building, and I'm like, this has got to be it. And you left at like the perfect moment, because as soon as the bomb was dropping, your men started running out.
It was really good. My tactic was to play defensively the first few minutes with AT, try and take out as much of your tanks as possible, and take out your 88. And I took out the Puma, I took out the 88 straight away, and I was like, oh, he's going to be so annoyed.
Yes,
but then, you know what? Your mortars performed fantastically in that game. The power of mortars were just crazy, because literally I couldn't do anything about it. I was moving up, getting in position, holding position, and you were just trying to mortar me out. I felt I did really well knocking out and pinning you guys down, but you just launched so many men into that wave.
No, you did. I mean, trust me, like most of my battle, like, you know, after the halfway point of the battle, most of my battle was discussing how I just hope you don't attack, because, you know, I had a line of guys on the top, and the gunfight between our men, your men won without a doubt. So my men pretty much like ran back down the hill, but I still had the mortars, etc. So I had to pretty much make you think that I might still have, you know, some additional units. I also had a flat gun, but you destroyed that really quickly as well.
It just seems the tactic is you put the guns at the back of the board with good line of sight, and then you hopefully try and just pick people off or pick tanks out of advance forward. But that was really difficult. I mean, I can see why this probably map is better in an operation where you're pushing back and forth, because I think on a one-off battle, it's very difficult to capture. I mean, I've got really lucky on the Oasis, the little palms to the right, and then to the hill on the left, where I just had to chuck men at it, trying to get the positions.
Yeah, and there was also that moment on that right side where I saw some units moving up, so I just immediately got some really wounded units and put them all in ambush mode. And they managed to win the gunfight because, like, I just kept them at the bottom of the hill. I saw you approaching, and I had, like, maybe 6 or 7 guys, and I'm just like, all right, hopefully they can hold. And
did your half tracks have MGs on them?
Which one? Only one of my half tracks did. One of the SDKFCs had an MG, but the mortar ones have no MGs. I was actually discussing that, like, how crazy is that there's no machine gun on the mortar SDKFC? So essentially, once it's out of mortars, it's useless.
Yeah, I was surprised because my little howitzer guns, they had no MGs. They just had the gun, and it was like, wow, trying to shoot AP ammo at people.
Yeah. Well, still, I mean, your M3s did an amazing job at removing infantry, too, just because, like, the explosions from the rounds scared the hell out of my men. Like, they just, took off running immediately.
By any chance, how many people did your sniper kill?
Oh, that's a great question. I was just looking at that. Let's take a look here at the snipers. The sharpshooter killed 2 men and wounded 1.
I see. I thought he might have killed a bit more. That was absolutely amazing. That was back and forth all the way through. I was thinking, are you going to win it? And that was really fun.
I was very happy with the stalemate outcome. I was like, that's an agreeable outcome. Like, nobody wins. It's just stalemate.
Very similar losses as well. I mean, you lost a few more vehicles, but like men to men, I've got 20 wounded, 11 dead. You've got 25 wounded, 4 dead.
Yeah.
Total of 29. I've got 31. So it was very similar, apart from a few vehicles extra because you had a lot more vehicles than me. But it was really good. That was very, very a very balanced battle as well.
You know what? I always wonder in situations like this, especially like given the casualties with you having more killed, it's like, are you more likely to survive a gunshot wound or an artillery explosion or like an air? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe the reason you got more killed was because of the airstrike. In other words, like that's like something that's like unsurvivable because of the shockwave, perhaps. But like, let's say you get shot like in the stomach, sure, chances are you're going to die, but maybe you'll survive. Maybe they can get you to a medic station quickly and they can do something.
I think it doesn't matter this time in the war. I've got too many men, you see, so it doesn't really matter. I've got your men are more precious than my men. I've got a lot of reserves coming in from America. And when you think about Germans in this war, every man counts.
Of course, yeah, absolutely. And when you've got like both the Soviets and the Americans moving in on you, it's just it's insurmountable odds, really.
That was really cool. So, guys, well, thank you, Agrippa, for playing me today. It's been an absolutely amazing game. Hopefully we're going to play again.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we also had a lot of fun in the co-op battle. So if you guys are supportive of a cooperative campaign, something like that, make sure to let us know in the comments down below, and we'll definitely consider it.
All right, folks, I'll see you on the next battlefield. Don't forget, check Agrippa and me out, and GG.
GG.